Good morning, guys. How are you? It's AG Stephanie. I have a bunch of different messages for you guys. I will say the main overall energy is amazing. Okay. So the numbers that God showed me for you guys, 888. Okay. This is only confirming all of, the prophecies and the messages that I've been telling you guys for the last 2 weeks. And I really need you guys to not give up. I'm excited for you guys because it's beautiful. If you guys have not checked out weekly messages, Move in Silence, please check that out because you guys will get a little bit more extra details and more of an understanding as to what I'm talking about. Okay. And then there's other messages as well. I told you guys that 2021 is going to be a very busy year. Yes, we have a lot of hectic things happening in the world right now, with COVID and everything and, the whole election and, the natural, worldly things that are happening with like the hurricanes, the floods. And please, guys, send your prayers out, to the Philippines and Asia right now because they're really going through it really heavily. And I know, parts of the islands were going through it as well. So do send your prayers and love out to the individuals. And remember what I did tell you guys. I just want to give you guys another reminder that basically make sure you guys are stocking up again on flashlights, generators, someone said something about gas stoves, things that you don't have to really use electricity to heat up your stuff. And if you live in a very cold climate country like Canada or anywhere that's cold, do stock up on extra blankets this winter, socks, make sure you have really warm pajamas. A lot of that's very important this winter for your kids because God did tell me that there was going to be a couple more storms that we're going to have a lot of power outages, and it's going to take a while for people to actually fix these power outages. So there's going to be days where we have no electricity, no heat and stuff. Okay, guys. So just want to remind you guys about that. Okay. It's so important because I'm telling you guys, last year, September, when I tried telling everybody about, COVID, when I got the message, no one really listened. Well, most people listened to me, but some people didn't listen to me. And, there were some people that were not prepared, for it. No one was really prepared. Even I wasn't prepared, although I knew and I was able to get the things that I needed ahead of time because God showed it to me. No one can really be prepared for this, this thing going on right now. I see COVID as like, like the flood, with Noah and God showing Noah the flood and telling him to prepare for it. And I feel like he did try to warn people and no one really took him seriously. So I just feel like when I get messages like this, I'm not saying it to scare you guys or anything like that. But I do want you guys to know that, there's a reason why we get the warnings ahead of time so we can prepare ourselves for certain things and we won't be we may be in a very bad situation, but it won't be as bad as it could have been. Do you get where I'm coming from? So yes, please make sure you guys have a lot of warm things for this winter, flashlights, have thermoses and all of that prepared in case there's a power outage for like 3 or 4 days. You guys, it's not going to really affect you. Have like backup, wireless batteries and for your phones and computers and things like that. Okay. Anywho, guys, and make sure they're all charged. The message that I got is it's going to be 2021 is going to be a beautiful year. It's going to be filled with abundance. It's going to be cup overflow energy. It's going to be so beautiful. I know a lot of you guys had to release certain people, certain things, habits, activities, things that no longer serve you out of your life, and I do feel like for a lot of you guys, there has been, like I said in the extended yesterday, there has been a lot of, sabotaging energy because of the jealousy and the envy. And we're even seeing this all over the media. There's a lot of like sabotaging energy going on. And it's not just happening in the media, but it's happening with family. It's happening with friends. And I do feel like because of what's happening right now, people are very desperate and people will do anything to get what they need to get right now. It's a lot of selfish energy, right? But I do feel like a lot of you guys, continue to show your appreciation, to God. And here's what I was told. God wanted me to remind you guys that the promises that he has given you guys, and you guys know what that is. Everyone has gotten their own specific prophecy as to what's in store for them. Dreams, visions, and God wants you to know that he is working on it in the realm. I said this yesterday in weekly messages. A lot of what's happening is done spiritually first before it becomes physical. Hence why some of us are not able to see every detail spiritually. So we may not understand it's actually working out in our favor in the moment. And we may just see it from a 3D aspect where we're seeing it as in it's not working out for us and it's really working out. So anything that happens around this time, if you're supposed to move and it's been delayed, if you're supposed to get a job, it's been delayed. If you're supposed to go into a union, it's been delayed. If you're supposed to go into, a new project, it's been delayed. Or if your business is kind of slowing down right now, it's okay. I just want to remind you, it's okay. Because from what I'm seeing, a lot of things have been put on pause right now. Because right now is not the time for things to finally start moving forward at a very high speed, if you get where I'm coming from. 2021 is where it's going to move forward with high speed, right? It's just moving at a little pace at a time, bit by bit. Okay, it's the way I'm seeing a snail. I'm seeing a snail. So, oh my God. And I'm hearing patience is a virtue. Be patient, okay? Be patient. And here's why a lot of people may have gotten frustrated around this time. And this is why God gave me that reminder for you guys. Because you probably were so close to getting something, or so close to unlocking something, or so close to receiving something. And then you're like, damn, I didn't get it, or I'm not about to get it, or what's going on? My computer just crashed, or my car is broken down, or man, I'm sick again. I go back to the hospital now, or now I got to delay this because of this now, or, it's okay. There's a reason why it's being delayed. It does not mean that it's not moving. It does not mean that it's not moving. It's still moving, but at a slow pace. Okay, it's like there's a pause on it, but it's not stuck. There's a pause, but it's not stuck. I know pause means like, stay in one place, but I'm not seeing it staying in one place. He showed me a snail, okay? He showed me a snail. That's so funny. Just know you're on your way there. So around this time, I told you guys there will be some distractions. You guys are going to have, people contacting you, getting under your skin, or, trying to, it's like it's going to come back to back and it's going to pile upon you. It's kind of like, okay, so your car may break down or something. And then all of a sudden your computer's not working. And then all of a sudden, your lights get cut off. And then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? You're getting an email from, the school or the teacher or your teacher, or your exam didn't get sent in, or your test didn't get sent in, or you got to go back and redo it, or things like that. Yes, it's piling up, but do also remember that right before a breakthrough, the storm usually hits. If you notice, right before you're about to really open that door, it's like everything starts piling up on you. And what that happens because the energy of the enemy, it's kind of like, the enemy wants you to give up right before your breaking point. That's what it is, your breakthrough. And I set this example before in the past. I'm going to say it again. There's like, I saw this meme on Instagram, and somebody was digging for, I think, gold, or digging for a diamond, and literally they were digging, and all they had to do was hit that dirt 3 more times, the diamond would have fell out, and they walked off. And that's the thing. God is saying you guys are so close. Don't walk away now. You're so close. Don't give up now. You're so close. You're literally, I'm seeing it. You guys are literally so close. But there's a few adjustments that need to be made. Because if you are to receive this cup right now and it overflows, some of you guys still have some people that are still leeching on you that you have to remove yourself from. Some of you guys are still not where you should be in your savings account. So God is saying, I'm gonna give you 3 more months to save before I even open this door for you, because I need to make sure that when you do go into this investment, or when you do decide to move, or when you do decide to, you know what I mean, whatever you choose to do or what you're supposed to do, it's not going to affect you financially. I'm going to make sure that, you focus on you for the next 2 months, because if you rush into this relationship right now, I want to make sure that this other party is ready. Sometimes it's not you guys. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, guys, or oh my God, God, you said that this person is supposed to come in my life now, but he's not here yet, or she's not here yet. What's going on, God? Oh my God, oh my God. Sometimes it's not you. God's not delaying it to upset you. So it could be the other party. You know what? I'm going to give this other party a month or 2, because they need to get themselves together. Or there's something they're working on that, is very important and very significant in the both of your future. And they need a couple more months to get this together. But you may not see that. You see where I'm coming from? You may not see that, so you may not understand it, which means from the way you're seeing it, it feels like a disaster. Like everything's piling up on you. The way you may see everything piling up on you is a disaster. But it's really not. Okay. So there's a reminder, 888, that there's abundance. That's a wave of abundance that's about to flow in. I don't want y'all to give up and say, I'm not praying anymore. Every time I pray, it doesn't work. And then right before this wave of abundance comes in, you say, I'm done. Or right before this wave of abundance comes in, you're like, you know what? I'm leaving this job right now. I'm done. And when God is saying, just stay there 2 more months, because I'll have a position ready for you by then. I don't want you to walk away now and then things are worse for you, or do you get where I'm coming from? So I was told, hold your horses, hold your horses, be patient. Yes, he showed me the snail. He showed me the snail again. Okay. The snail, and he showed me the snail from SpongeBob. That's so funny. But well, first he showed me a real snail, and then I'm seeing the snail now from SpongeBob. But yeah, guys, in my ears, like doing this weird vibrating thing. But yeah, guys, be patient. Okay, guardian angels are definitely on deck. For those of you guys who feel like every time you're close to something, someone attacks you, or, you feel like, and here's what's happening for a lot of you guys right now. Because of everything going on in the world right now, and the spiritual warfare that everyone's battling, you are going to have, the enemy is going to try to send you dreams, horrible nightmares, but that's going to cause you to have like hot sweats at night. Waking up and feeling like, oh my God, I had the worst sleep last night, or, you're going to, and it can also be the enemy using people to attack you, and when you have these dreams, it's easy to think sometimes that things are not going to work out for you because you keep getting these dreams consistently. But what God is trying to say is, do not believe that. You are going to be able to move forward. You are able to get what is not owed to you, but what it was promised to you. I'm not going to say owed to you, because God don't owe us nothing, period. We get what we get from God because he sees our worth and he chooses to give it to us. It's what's promised to us, right? And most of the times we don't even deserve it. We still get it, right? But don't let these dreams get to you, because I'm telling you, whether it's the enemy or the enemy using someone, they're going to send some horrible dreams to you to make you feel like you're weak. And sometimes people will study your weakest points. Like I said, yesterday, I said there's a lot of people that's eyeballing you. Yeah, they're eyeballing you. Like there's an addiction. To some of you guys, there's an addiction when it comes to wanting to see you fail. There's some people that want to see you fail. It's an addiction to them. And these are, those who see your light, those who see you shining, those who know what kind of person you are. Sometimes when you're, a good person, you have a very bright light. It's like sometimes you shine that light on them. And when the light is shined on them, it reveals all the darkness. It reveals all of the skeletons in their closet. It reveals their true reflection. It's like You see someone in the dark, you have a specific image of them, and when the light shines on them, you can see everything, every flaw, every detail, every pimple, every hair. You know what I mean? It's like that. So some people, you can shine your light on some people, and they're beautiful regardless of how they look. And then you can shine a light on some people, and you can really see their true motives and intentions, and you're like, whoa, I need to stay away from you. So some people are very intimidated by your light. It doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. Listen, this is what I'm going to call the title of it. I saw something the other day, and I was like, this is so deep. I was watching something on Netflix, and I'm like, this is so deep. Somebody was like, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to attack me. I've done nothing to them. And the lady laughed, and she said, you were born. That's what you did. You were born. It's not his fault he was born, but she was just letting him know that just him being alive and being born is what triggered a lot of people. And that happens sometimes. They may not know it. They may just not have an understanding as to why they don't like you. They just don't like you. They don't know why. It's your presence. It's just you being there. And you may not be talking to them, but they're still the ones going out of their way to check up on you and see what you're doing, see if you're doing better than them and what's going on. And that's something within them they got to work on. But because of this, going back to what I was saying before, because of this, you are going to feel the effects of, the evil eyes. You're going to feel the effects of the haters. You're going to feel the effects of the doubters, and you're going to feel it. And I just want you guys to not let it get to you, to smile and to keep pushing forward, because from what I'm seeing, I'm telling you, everyone is going to receive their abundance in different areas. And God is going to show you what's going to come in for you, and not to doubt it. Don't doubt it, because I'm telling you, what may feel like it's the worst thing because it's piling up, you're not seeing the beauty behind the scenes that God is planning out for you. Okay. So I did see that some people, those people that are keeping an eye on you guys, they are going to try to use your weakest points to get to you. Some of you guys, love may be the weakest point. Love is strong, but when it comes to, you may love wholeheartedly, because you love wholeheartedly, and because, there's a specific person you may love. For example, if you have a very strong soul connection with someone, or whether you're a twin flame or soulmate, and God has shown you that you're going to be with this person and you guys are destined to have a future together, they see that as your weakest point, even though it's not, but they see it that way, because if they were to give you information about this specific person, they know that if they give you negative information about a specific person, that can get to you. That can affect you. That can really mess up your day. They can try every other area, it won't work. But when it comes to the specific person, because of the love you have for them, because they are your world, it can affect your day. It can affect your mood, everything. So they will use this as a tactic to get under your skin. Don't let it get to you. Okay? If that's relating to your love, that's relating to anything you're doing. Some of you guys, it may not be love, and they may try to send you negative dreams relating to your children, to scare you, to make you to affect your whole day the next day, so you can't focus on your tasks. Whatever you love so dearly, people can also use that as, your weak point. It's not weak to love someone. I'm not saying that, but people will use what you love so much as your weakness. Why do you think in some movies, the burglars or kidnappers, they'll make sure they kidnap the girlfriend or the wife or someone they love and use that against them, because that's the weak point, even though it's not a weak point, but that's their way of getting to this person. And that's what they're going to try to do around this time. Use that same tactic, so don't buy into it. Do not buy into it. Okay. I'm also being told that there's some people that want to reach out to you guys to let you know how proud they are of you and the things that you're doing. But I feel like pride has gotten in the way. And these individuals, I feel like the reason why they're afraid to say it to you is because they've never said it to you before. And, there's a bit of embarrassment, but it can also be, these are the same ones that may have doubted you. So I do see that you guys definitely, you have the spotlight. 100% you have the spotlight. And I would say stop questioning why you guys are going through certain things. Sometimes we're not supposed to understand the mindset of those who are negative, or the mindset of those who are evil, or the mindset of those who throw envy or who hate. We're not supposed to understand their mindset because we're not like that. So if we're not like that, we're not going to understand it. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So sometimes it's not our place to go out of our way to try to understand. It's just something that they have to deal with, we have to leave that to God. Okay, so I just want to remind you guys that blessings are coming in. 888 energy. I'm telling you, 888 energy. You guys may be seeing a lot of 808s, 888, 8s, 88s, or 817, 871, But it says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain concept. Rather, in humanity, value others above yourselves, not looking to own interest, but each of you to the interest of others. Philippians 2:3, verse 3-4. So don't only think about yourselves. Do things out of interest, not just for you, but for others as well. I always say, if you're going to do something, ask yourself, whatever you're going to do, is it going to affect anyone else in a negative way or a positive way? The only way I would say kind of do something for yourself in that way is if you really need to retreat and take time for yourself to connect with God. That should not be an issue for other people if you let them know. That's why I said, if you still let people know that you need time for yourself, you need space, then it shouldn't be an issue. Okay. And don't do what other people want you to do. Remember, I told you yesterday, react differently, react the opposite of what they want you to do. Some people want you to react the same way they react so they can start a war, because they want to go to war with you. So they'll do certain things to get under your skin so you can go to war with them. They'll spiritually attack you and then you try to spiritually attack them back. No. Do the opposite of what they want you to do. They'll talk badly about you, expect for you to talk badly about them. No, do the opposite. Because a lot of the times they're doing this to get you to act out of your character so they can try to prove their point to make themselves look better. You know what I mean? Mind your business and drink your water. That's all you need to do, and just pray. And God says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters. This is what came out. Colossians 3:23 is basically saying exactly what I was telling you guys. Whatever God has told you about your purpose and your dream and where you're supposed to be, work at it with all your heart. Okay. Some of us, we tend to work harder for human masters, like it says, other people more than we work hard for our purpose and what God has shown us. For example, God can tell you today, oh, you're going to be a doctor, and God has been telling you this vision, let's just say or a nurse, and God has been telling you this vision or showing you this vision for years now. And you it's there, you're excited about it, you're trying to take the steps towards it, but you're noticing that you're always putting school behind you, you're always putting your studies behind you because you got to do things for other people. You got to go to work now at a 9-to-5 you don't want to work at, or you're not happy with, or let's just say that you are working at you're a hairdresser or something, and your real passion is to be a musician, and you're consistently booking appointments, for work, and to the point where you're working there with your heart and soul, but that wasn't your passion, but the music side you've put behind you. You have to have a balance, one, and I've learned that myself this year. That was my biggest lesson, is having a balance with things that I like to do and things that, I enjoy doing, and my purpose. I had to have a balance between 3 different categories of things, right? And it's important for you guys to have a balance as well. Don't always put all your energy into something that you don't really like to do and then leave what you like to do on the back burner. That's a no. If God is telling you to do something, you should be putting more energy into that. You know what I mean? More energy into what God is telling you to do, because there's a reason why God wants you to put energy towards it. Okay. And that's what that scripture reminds me of. And then this scripture came out too. This scripture is, blessed is the one who does not walk and step with the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, take or sit in the company of mockers. Psalms 1. I just said this to you guys. Oh my God. I love when that happens. No, but it's the truth though. Like, it's the truth. Like, the more you do the opposite of what these people with microscopes want you to do, you're going against what they want you to do, you're going to be more blessed. You're going to be more blessed. And it's because you're not doing what they want you to do. You know what I mean? It's like what I said before. Like, if they spiritually attack you, they expect you to spiritually attack them. If they talk bad about you, they expect you to talk badly about them. Some of them will try to drag you into some mess and some gossip, and try to bring you into it. And you have no idea they're manipulating you and trying to get you to be involved in it. You know what I mean? It's like, don't sit with the mockers. Don't do what the wicked is doing. Do the complete opposite. Do the complete opposite, because you are being watched carefully by the heavens, okay? And you're also being watched carefully by the enemy. So you have to make sure you know which side and which team you're on. And you got to lead by example. And you don't want to screw things up for yourself. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, don't block your own blessings by feeding into what they want you to feed into. Because that's what they want. They want you to block your own blessings. Don't block your own blessings. I'm telling you, lead by example, okay? That's what God has been telling me all year. From January, he said, lead by example. And that was my lesson for the year. Lead by example, and also have a balance when it comes to certain things. And that was my lesson for 2020. And I'm sharing that with you guys, okay? So it's important. I'm telling you it's important, because it will make a difference in your life, okay? See, do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. Oh my God, I just said this. This is wisdom. Okay, Proverbs 4 verse 6. Use your brain, guys. Use your wisdom. Wisdom is what's already within you. And that's what God has already imprinted within you. That's what God is showing you. That's your wisdom, okay? And the wisdom that God is giving you, and which is the wisdom I'm putting out there for you guys right now, because he showed me and told me tell you guys. So keep that wisdom within, and be smart with everything you do right now. Be smart. How you act towards certain things, how you react to things. Like, if somebody does something to you, how are you going to react to it? Really think about it before you actually act on it, okay? No weapon that is formed against you shall succeed, and you shall confute every tongue that rises against you in judgment. Isaiah 54 verse 17. Ooh, I don't know how to say nothing more about that. We already know what that means. Okay? I also am hearing that, a lot of tongues have risen up against you guys, obviously. And what's happening is, these tongues that have risen up against you guys, I do see a twisted tongue. I do see someone's tongue has been twisted. I know it sounds bad, but it's not bad. Someone's tongue has been twisted, which means that they can no longer speak negatively about you, because everything they've said about you is completely wrong. And God has proven that they're completely wrong. And they're just waiting for you to fail and waiting for you to slip up so they can, validate what they were saying. But what happens is, the more and more and more you continue to push forward, you use your wisdom. You don't walk with the mockers. You don't sit with the mockers. You don't do what they want you to do. The more you lead by example, the more twisted their tongue becomes. And then the more they cannot speak upon your name. Okay? But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen and protect you from the evil one. Wow. 2, Colossians 3 verse 3. I said it right this time, Colossians. But wow, and that was the last scripture that came out. And that's what we're ending it with. Wow. Okay, so let me just tell you guys, I love you guys so much. Whenever I get more messages, I will let you guys know. I'm so happy. There's not extended to this. I just want you guys to really just stay strong, keep pushing forward, because I'm telling y'all, I saw the way how God showed it to me. There was like a huge storm, and there was like everybody was fighting. It was corrupted. I'm not gonna lie. I saw some things that are gonna happen in the media, and it's not gonna be good. I did see some things relating to people getting hurt. You know, more people getting hurt with firearms and stuff, and it's still gonna be a little bit hectic. Okay, and that's why God says, like, try not to feed into a lot of the negativity. Try your best to try to stay as, you know, one sane as possible, but also try to really focus on your goals and stay indoors as much as possible. I know we're tired of that, but it's the safest thing to do right now, and protect our families and stuff like that. It's gonna get really hectic, you know. And I even saw like some doctors are getting hurt and in the middle of things. It's just bad. Like, I'm seeing something happening in a hospital, and it was really bad what I saw. But I did see that at the end of this storm, with everything happening, the warfare, a light comes through, and, you know, finally there's peace, and people are going back to business, going back to work, and things are getting back to normal. Yes, we're still wearing masks, but everyone is really focused on getting themselves together. And I feel like if we start planting our seeds from now, it's not going to be as hectic for us in 2021 trying to get back on our feet, because we've already started it. It's like we got a little head start. Okay. So I just want to remind you guys that. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.